Honey. Halloween season is among us, bitches. Oh my god, which only means two things. The slutty costumes are coming and Kylie Jenner found a new way to get your money. Hey guys, it's me, Zadie. Let me tell you a little something. Growing up, I had kind of a sick, twisted, disgusting, but in my opinion, very healthy obsession with witches. So for today's video, bitches, I thought I might make a countdown of the top 5 baddest witches in town, bitch. Ooh, that make my nipples harder than R. Kelly at a school playground, bitch. Woo! So without any further ado, bitches, let's dig deep. So honey, at number 5, we have the sisters. No, not the Pointer Sisters. The Halliwell sisters. Honey bunches. Honey, Charms gave me all the life I needed growing up, okay? Let me tell y'all something. I didn't even drink milk as a kid, honey, because Charms gave me all the nutrition I needed, bitch. Oh, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, honey, I would run up to the attic sometimes and try and see, digging around to see my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother let me the book of spells, bitch, so I can pass on the torch. Spoiler alert, that never happened. But let me tell you something. Everything about this show is so good and so right. Oh my lord. From the spells to the evil bitches they had to kill, honey. But for me, just a little juicy tidbit, it's just the fact that Shannon Doherty wanted to piss on Alyssa Milano if she was on fire, honey. The fact that they hated each other but they had to act like they loved each other. I'm messy, bitch. I'm messy. Now, even though I love, don't get me wrong, I love Charmed, bitch. Don't with me. But I have to say, I can't lie, I can't deny, my favorite seasons are from 1 to 3. I know there were 27 seasons. There's something about the original, like the original 3. Like for me, I was always obsessed with Prue. So when they killed Prue off, I was like, bitch, what the fuck am I gonna do with my life now? But I was like, hold on, there's more witches coming. So I was like, okay, I'll stay in for the ride. But the whole ride was good, but it wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? The whole ride was great 1 through 3. But that was about it. You know what I'm saying? But no, don't get me wrong, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it like the way I love 1 through 3. Just saying, it's my opinion, bitch. It's my video. Because I just always wanted to be Prue. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was the most powerful one. She was the baddest bitch. She could move shit with her mind.
Saving feet. Been working out?
Like, girl, let's take a moment. Telekinesis, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
You know what it is? I think it was also something that she was the oldest, so she had that taking charge kind of bitch. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, she was so good, honey. She was so good. So when they killed her off, honey, my little gay heart was broken in half. Oh, honey, and don't get me started on this reboot. No, ma'am. Don't get me started. But you know what? I started, bitch, so let me get into it. You're going to tell me that of all the writers up in the Holly of Woods, not one writer could come up with an original story regarding witches? You had to bring up Charmed, honey, which was resting peacefully at the cemetery, and they had to redig up the body and try to spit out a new one. Like, girl, step your pussy up, honey, okay? Dust the cobwebs off your legs and birth out a brand new show, okay, honey? Ain't nobody got time to be rebooting shit. There's so many reboots that is, like, getting exhausting already. Like, girl,
Step your pussy up.
don't come up with this washed up, trying to wash it up, dust it up, and bring it up back as new, honey. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Don't try me. But I digress. I'm telling you, Charmed is a classic. Charmed is iconic. The power of 3 will stay with me, bitch. And if they f up this reboot, bitch, oh my god. They better hope that I don't come up into some powers, bitch, because I will turn all them bitches into Farrah Abraham's vibrator, honey, okay? And you don't want to be that. Trust. Now at number 4, honey. Oh, honey.
Oh, honey. Oh.
You want a witch bitch that's gonna shit on these hoes? Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Oh, bitch. Well, honey, look no further because Miss Ursula's here to f bitches up. Woo!
I'll see him wriggle like a worm on a hook.
Miss Ursula's not here to play, honey, so get up in these cookies, honey, okay? Get into it. Honey, when I tell you, when I was a kid, this witch bitch right here scared the living Bobby Brown out of me, honey. Oh my god. She was so scary. There was something so scary about Ursula because she was so, the way she moved and the way she talked, she had this look about her. It's such an iconic look, but as a kid, she terrified me, but she intrigued me, you know? It's like that weird combo, bitch. Like, you scared the living shit out of me, but I want to know more about you, bitch. Invite me into your lair, bitch. Woo! But I mean, it's like the older I got, the more I was like, that bitch is bad. That bitch is bad as f. I mean, you want to talk about evil, bitch? This bitch is evil, bitch. Evil Knievel, honey. I mean, she sucked the living voice out of Ariel, and then she turned into this sexy woman called Vanessa. No, not Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie.
Vanessa, just Vanessa. Because she was here to take your man, bitch. Yes, she was snatching men everywhere. But I mean, what I love about her the most, bitch, is that that's just thick, honey. She was a snack and a half, honey, okay? She wasn't no size 2, honey. She ate the fries and the biscuits. And what, okay? She's one of the most iconic villains of the Disney universe, okay? So get into those cookies, honey, because she ate the whole jar. But she ain't ashamed of it, and she ain't going to apologize. But I mean, I don't even know why she was so evil. I mean, she was always wet.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey.
But yeah, honey, she was definitely a witch that had me spellbound from birth, okay? Let me tell you something. To this day, one of my dreams is to get up in full drag, high whore drag, honey, and lip sync to Poor Unfortunate Souls while dollar bills are running up on me, honey.
Poor unfortunate souls in pain, in need.
Woo! Bucket list. Oh, honey bunches, y'all ain't ready for number 3, honey. Woo! So fasten your seatbelts and glue down your lace fronts, bitch, because this is gonna be good. Honey, when I was a kid, there was only one movie that made me gag and shit my pants all at the same time, honey. And no, I'm not talking about Barney. No. I'm talking about The Craft. Ooh. Witchcraft during puberty ain't pretty, honey. Because these bitches were ruthless, honey. Oh my god. Y'all thought being a teenager was bad? Honey, try having powers of godly proportions, honey. Recipe for disaster, honey. It's not good. It's not good, honey. Because these bitches were hungry, evil, and ruthless. Now, I wish I could say that if I were a teenager and I came into some powers of my own, that I would be a good witch. But I'm gonna be honest right here, honey. This movie made being bad so good, bitch. Oh, my nipples got hard. I think I'd be more of a Nancy. Sue me. Like, excuse me, all that power at 16, honey? I'm sorry, but you have to bribe me with some good old-fashioned penis for me to not wreak havoc on these hoes, okay? All the bullies, anybody who pisses me off, anybody who tries it will get it, okay? So don't with me. But this movie had so many iconic moments. I mean, you could not deny, honey. This movie is legendary. I mean, you have the fashion, you have the spells, you have the bitchiness. Ooh, bitch. And then, of course, you have Nancy. Oh, Nancy. This is one crazy ass witch bitch right here, honey. Oh my god. Let me tell you something. As a kid, I really thought that this bitch was a witch. I was like, this bitch is good. Like, real good. Like, she took that roll, honey, ate it up, spit it out, ate it back up again, threw it out, ate it back up, shitted it out, and then fed it to the birds, honey, because she owned this movie. Like, this bitch was evil Knievel, bitch.
If I was as pathetic as you are, I would have killed myself ages ago. You should get on with it.
She was so good, honey. Oh my god, I needed to glue it down, bitch, because she had me disintegrated. But what I love about this movie is that it was such a clear-cut view of what it would be like to be a teenager and come into some powers of your own. Because these bitches were backstabbing hoes. Like, hello? We've all been teenagers. We all know that those hormones and that attitude can be pretty nasty. So add powers, add magic, add Wicca to the mix. Not good. Not good. But it was so good to watch, bitch. I was my popcorn. I was like, ooh, oh, so good, bitch, so good. And then, of course, you have the aesthetics of the 90s, bitch. Oh, so good. Such a visually pleasing movie to watch. Oh, the 90s. I don't remember it, but it looked beautiful. Okay, honey poo, you didn't think I was gonna have a list of the top baddest witches in town and not include my mother from hell. Honey, Miss Fiona Goode is up in the building, honey, and you better pull up to the bumper and show some respect up in here, honey, because she was up in here killing these hoes. No, really, she killed quite a few people. But I mean, honey, all through season 3, I just wanted this bitch to kill all these hoes and stay the one, honey. Because she gave me life every single episode, honey. Every single scene, every single second.
Who's the baddest witch in town?
She gave it to the children, honey. She showed everybody how it's done, honey. Can I get an amen up in here? Amen. Thank you. But unfortunately, evil does not die so easily, but death does come knocking at everybody's door at one day or another. So, unfortunately, she did have to die. Spoiler alert, just saying. And bitch, she was so bad. bad. The literal kind and the bad bitch kind. Whenever she was in the scene, there was nobody else in it. It doesn't matter if there were 20 other people in the scene. It was just Jessica Lange. Let's just make it perfectly clear. She was so evil, but then there was also this mixture of you loved her so much, but she was so evil that you felt bad for loving her so much and you were rooting for her. You were like, oh my gosh, she's so evil. Who can I? I'm conflicted, bitch. I'm conflicted. That's what made her so good. You didn't fully hate her, but you didn't fully love her. But I gotta tell you, one of my favorite scenes of hers is during the second episode when she goes visit the voodoo priestess herself, honey, Miss Marie Laveau, honey. And she pulls up to the salon, honey, and she reads Miss Marie Laveau for filth. And honey, that cat fight is legendary, honey. Legs and dairy. That scene gave me so much life. I literally rewound that scene 27 times because it was juicy, bitch, juicy. You can't deal with it. I can't deal with it, bitch. It was that good. I mean, she read that bitch for filth and set wigs on fire, honey. Fire! And bitch, she evaporated me too, honey, because my scalp was disintegrated. That scene was so good, bitch.
I mean, maybe in another century, you could have 2 shithole salons.
Whoo! Fix it, Jesus. Oh my goodness, I need, oh my God. But she was so bad, honey. So bad. But you know, like Miss Mae West always said, when I'm good, I'm good. But when I'm bad, I'm better. Ooh, honey. Now, before I mention the baddest, the only witch in town, honey, I do have to give some honorable mentions because, honey, there was these witches that scalped my existence. But this is not a top 10, so they have to do an honorable mention. It'll do, bitch. It'll do. Now, as a kid, bitch, all I wanted to be for Halloween was the Wicked Witch of the West, honey. Oh, honey, I would have been the baddest witch of the West, honey. They would have given me dollar bills instead of candy, honey, because I would have slayed their life when I showed up in their doorsteps, honey. Just saying. But I mean, that was probably the first witch that I registered in my mind as a kid, and I was like, God damn, this bitch is bad. She can fly, she can, like, bitch, you are that bitch. You are that bitch, just reminding you. She was so good aesthetically, like, she was so good, the green, the black, inspired. Right. But I wasn't gonna paint my skin green, honey. Ain't nobody got time for that. But she was that bitch. She was iconic, she's legendary, she deserved to be on the list. Just saying.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
And of course, growing up, there was a little known show called What? Bewitched. And of course, it revolved around Samantha Stevens. But the only one that I wanted to be, bitch, was Miss Endora, honey. Yes, ma'am, the mother of the house. Now, I wanted to be Endora, honey, because she was shady as and she was so good. She was probably one of the first women that taught me how to read a bitch. She could read a hoe and turn into a fish stick all at the same time, honey.
I thought it looks like a slave. I thought she might at least dress the part.
Skills. And now, the moment of truth, honey. The baddest witch in town, the baddest witch in the land, honey. Woo! Now, there are a handful of movies that define my childhood. You have the Charlie's Angels, Clues, you have the Mommy Dearest, you have the Death Becomes Her. But there was one movie in particular, one movie that gave me all the nutrition, all the life I needed, bitch. And that movie is called Hocus the Pocus, bitch. This pointy hat symbolizes my penis because I'm fully erect, honey. Woo! This movie's so good, honey, you don't understand. This movie is my childhood. But the main reason why this movie is at #1 of the baddest witches in my existence, bitch, everything about this movie is perfection. From the actors, set design, costumes, to the music. Everything about this movie is beautifully done, bitch. There's not one moment where I'm like, okay, I can go pee, bitch. No, ma'am, that doesn't happen here. You're stuck, you're glued, you're in, honey. And then, of course, you have Bette Midler. Icon, legend, queen. Oh my sweet gay Jesus. It might be a Halloween movie, honey, but it's a year-round movie in my house. Get into it. But I gotta be honest, I mean, now that I'm an adult, allegedly, I'm realizing this movie's f***ing dark. This is on some dark, demonic type of shit. Like, these bitches are out here sucking the lives out of children, honey. There's an R. Kelly joke somewhere in there, but I'm not even gonna touch it because I don't want to get sued, bitch. But y'all get the gist. Just saying. But honestly, honey, the Sanderson sisters were just 3 big old drag queens, honey. That's why I think I love them most, because they're so over the top. They're so funny, so exaggerated, bigger than life. Every scene that they were in, they ate it up, honey. Kathy Najimy, Sarah Jessica Parker, and of course, Bette Midler. Icons, legends. This movie is so good, bitch. So good and so right. Because they were just wreaking havoc on these hoes, honey. You couldn't get into it. You couldn't step up to the plate, honey, because it was too hot. And then you have the song, bitch. Yes, the song. No. Not my neck, my back.
My neck, my back, lick my
No. The song. Honey, they put a spell on me. This song is so right, and this performance is legendary, bitch. I would have paid to go to that performance, honey, because she scalped me, bitch. Scalped. But I mean, as a kid, it was so enjoyable. As an adult, it's so enjoyable. It's a movie that everybody can watch. If you're a kid, if you're an adult, if you're an old person, if you're dead, bitch, it will resuscitate you.
If you don't believe, you better get superstitious.
Is that good? That's why it's a #1. It's not just because of the witches. It's because the movie's great, the music's great, the witches are great. Everything about it is great. Everything surrounding it is great. So don't f with me. They should always be #1. Always! Woo! Ooh, bitch, I am worn out after this list, honey. I need a drink. Now, I want to know your witches. Which one is your favorite witch? Like, do you have a witch that you're like, oh, she would win the fight, honey. She's the one. She's the only one. Did yours make the list? Did it not make the list? I want to know, honey, because I'm a witch aficionado, honey. But anyways, guys, I want to know, leave me in your comments, which one are your favorite witches? Which ones do you want to be for Halloween? Just saying. But anyways, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, bitch, so that you know when I'm making a video, honey. Just saying, you're a witch. But anyways, guys, of course, don't forget to keep it right, keep it tight. And I'll see you until next time, darlings. Bye.